Hi, I'm Anna with Global Effects here to let you know how to use the water filter. So whether you are going with Global Effect to the Dominican Republic or Haiti, or if you're taking a water filter on your own to another country, you will know how to assemble and demonstrate the water filter while also presenting the gospel when you use it. So everything that you need is located right here in this little kit. It's really small, compact. You can fit about 20 of these in a backpack, and everything you need is inside. You've got the filter, you've got the syringe needed to clean it, and you also have the tool needed to create the hole for the filter. So you have that all right there. And the only other tool you need to bring is this. Just a clear glass that's clean so that you can demonstrate how clean and clear the water really does get after you use the filter. And then finally, the only thing we ask that the people bring with them when they come to visit us is a 5-gallon bucket. These are super easy to find. Everyone has one. And this way, if anything happens to the bucket, they can easily replace it so they can continue to use the filter. All right, step one of assembling the filter is assembling this little tool, which couldn't be more easy. All you need to do is insert it into the handle, just like that, and it'll stay like that. And it's got this little pointed tip at the top. It's very sharp, so be careful. And this is what we're going to use to drill the hole inside of the 5-gallon bucket. All right, now that you've got your tool assembled, you're going to use it as a measuring tool to measure about 1.5 inches from the bottom of the bucket. And you're just going to place it right there and then jab it in, and then just start turning it. Just start cranking it in there. You got to apply a little bit of pressure, but once you get that hole turned in, that is when you're ready to install your filter. All right, now that we've got the hole inside of our bucket, we're ready to install the filter. And when you're explaining how to use the filter, what's really the best way to do it is just to explain that there's a special membrane or special material inside of this filter right here that is going to catch all of the bad bacteria, all of the minerals, all of the rocks and dirt and soil that can make drinking water unsafe and unhealthy. And if they use this filter, they won't get sick. They can use it for cleaning and drinking and bathing and anything they need to use water for. This filter will make sure that they are drinking clean, safe drinking water. And all right, on the other end of it, at the other end of the hose, you have this little part right here. It's got a little mesh covering, and that's just going to help prevent any of the larger sediments, rocks, dirt, soil from getting into the hose before it even gets to the filter. And now you're ready to install it. So here is one end of your hose, the other end being the filter. And what you're going to do with this end is you're just going to unscrew it, just like that. And then once you've completely unscrewed it, you'll know that there are 2 washers on the hose. You're going to leave one of them on and take the other one off. And once you've taken that off, you're ready to install the hose into the outside of the bucket with 1 washer on the side. Now, once you've got that, you can go ahead and look at the inside part of your bucket. Put the other washer on just to protect any water from seeping through that hole that we don't want in there. And then you're going to use the other cap and twist it onto the hose. Once you feel that that's nice and tight, you are ready to put some water inside of the bucket. You're ready to demonstrate how the filter actually works. So you'll notice on here, it's got an arrow that's simply pointing in the correct direction that the clean water is going to flow. And that's just to let people know at home, it really is very simple. It's going to be gravity fed so they can't mess it up. And then also in your kit, you've got this little hook that allows you just to slip it on the filter, and you can clip it onto the bucket. So you can keep this anywhere, away from children, away from pets. Make sure kids know not to play around with this, and it will last a lifetime. All right, now that we've got our filter hooked up and you've explained a little bit about how it works, we're going to put some water in here to actually demonstrate how the filter works. So you can get water from any source. Usually we just ask the people, hey, do you have any water? They may get it some from a hose. They may actually use bottled water that they've purchased. But we tell them you can get it from a stream. You can get it off of rainwater off the roof, or you can get it in that polluted river. It is going to clean and purify it just the same. All right, now once I've got some water in here, just enough to cover over the little hose at the bottom, I'm going to put some dirt into the filter. Now, just to show them how dirty the water can be, and this filter will still get it perfectly clean. So I'm literally going to just take my hands and start putting some dirt into the water. Now that we've got our water completely dirty and filthy, we're going to be able to show everyone just how clean this water can get. Now is the time where you're going to want to bring out your clean dish. It can be another 5-gallon bucket, it can be a cup, a pitcher, whatever you need. Just make sure that whatever you're putting the water into is clean, or otherwise you'll recontaminate everything the filter is just cleaned out. So now what you're going to want to do is put your cup on the ground, take your filter off of the hook, and then you're going to let it be gravity fed. So this is what we started with, and now what we've got is this: clean, clear, safe drinking water. And then what's so much fun to do after you've shown the demonstration and how clean the water can get is offer it to them and see how much of a difference it really makes once they're drinking clean water. Sometimes though, they may be a little hesitant, so you may have to be the first to try. It really is perfectly clean, perfectly safe, healthy drinking water for everyone. Now, a full 5-gallon bucket like this can filter about 5 gallons of clean water per hour. This is the best way to ensure that you are getting clean, healthy drinking water at all times. But to ensure that your filter stays as new and as clean as possible, you want to make sure that you clean it. The most important thing that we tell everybody is to clean it once a week on Sunday, so that they're always remembering, on Sunday, I've got to clean my water filter. And if they do that and maintain the water filter, it will last a lifetime. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your syringe, it's about 60 milliliters, and so you're going to insert that into the clean drinking water that you've just filtered through and suck up about 60 milliliters of that. And you're going to want to do this 2 to 3 times, or until the water that you're backwashing is clear. So with the filter, you can see the normal direction that the clean water is going to flow, in the direction of the arrow. Now to backwash the filter, you're going to push water in the opposite direction of the filter and putting all that dirty water back into the 5-gallon bucket with the rest of the dirty water. Now what you need to do is you need to detach the little blue hose, and you can just clip it up somewhere or have a friend hold it just so it's out of the way. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your syringe and you're going to insert the tip into the direction that the normally clean water flows, and then you're going to push out all of that dirty bacterial water. And you can kind of see here our water is kind of a darker color. That's because you are pushing out all of that bacteria that was normally inside of your bucket, and you're pushing it back into the bucket using your clean water. All that's left to do is to reattach it. And so what we need to do is take our little blue hose, insert it back into this end, and just make sure that any clean water that's going to be filtered through this bucket is going to move in the direction of the arrow. And then you're drinking clean, healthy, safe drinking water for a lifetime.